Hey you, welcome back to the channel. And today we want to talk about Steem Hard Fork 21 happening on August 27th. So from what we know about Steem hard forks, there have been a series of incidents that have been up and downs with the Steem blockchain with these hard forks, some very controversial, some that's nearly torn the community apart, and some quite successful. So we're going to just discuss a little bit about what's happening with Steem Hard Fork 21, what we can expect to see. Is this going to be a good thing overall from the Steem blockchain? And maybe put the rest and put to ease or put us at ease as to some of the things that are going to happen during this fork. So let's see. According to the Steem blog, and of course, many of you all who are into cryptocurrency, you understand what a hard fork is. It's a blockchain update. The code has to be carefully designed because it protects all the tokens stored on the blockchain. Basically, it's for the stability of the network. Steem uses the delegated proof of stake algorithm. And what to expect. Let's see here. Hopefully all of this happens seamlessly and you don't notice much of anything at all. We, along with many community members and witnesses, have been testing the new version of Steem on our testnet for several months now and have performed the hard fork logic on several smaller testnets. But as much as we plan and test, it is possible to run into a few hiccups shortly after the hard fork, because that will be the first time that new code will be run at scale. Our engineers will be monitoring the state of the network carefully during and after the hard fork so we can react quickly to any problems should they arise. So that's kind of the basically how it goes down, and we all just kind of sit and wait and hope it's successful. But what seems to be some of the key things that are going to change for the end user specifically are the rewards. The rewards curve is changing. We expect posts that would make more than 20 Steem under the old rules to earn more after the changes. Those posts that would have made less than 20 Steem under the old rules will receive less after the changes. The reward split. Reward funding is being changed from a 75 to 25 split that currently exists to a 50-50 split between author and curator. That means you will be rewarded significantly more for curating content after the fork. The downvotes, a downvote mana pool is being added, which will allow you to make a few downvotes each day without impacting your ability to earn curation rewards from upvotes. If you would like to learn more and blah, 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 blah. But let's just go over this and kind of get into this a little bit. So specifically with something like the reward split, I think this was causing a lot of controversy, that the author's rewards that was once 75% are going now to 50%. Some people don't like that. Some people feel it makes more sense for the curators as it incentivizes them to curate more. So it's kind of a toss-up here, and we're going to just have to see how this pans out. Personally, I'm not big at curating. I think if you have a significant amount of Steem, curating is worth it, but if you're probably not carrying a lot of Steem, curating is probably not going to really affect you a lot, right? Now, the downvoting is something quite interesting. With the downvoting, now you're going to be able to perform a few downvotes each day without it impacting your curation rewards. So because there was a cost of downvoting that a lot of people didn't like to pay prior to this. Of course, the whole concept of downvoting brings with it a lot of controversy, flag wars. As I've heard from some community members, it has also been used as abuse for malicious activity, not even related to the post itself. And that's a great concern I find with this particular ability, that, what happens when you post something, people downvote it, not based on the quality of the content, but just because they don't like you. And much of the answer has been purchase more Steem or build bigger groups and communities. But the reality of that is that that's still going to pale in comparison to a group that's bigger than you. With millions of Steem, right? So it just kind of can become this kind of ridiculous argument. But this is part of the system now, and how this works out is what we're going to have to be looking at. Now, overall, we're hoping that this will create more value to Steem, and I can see in some ways it possibly will, and in some ways it won't, and for some people it may not even seem like it's affecting them at all. But it's going to be interesting to watch. Now, also what comes up during some changes with Hard Fork 21 have been talked about ideas like the EIP, the SPS, which basically discusses how the reward pool, curation, linear curve works. Hopefully an idea you're going to make more. And the SPS program, which deals with funding projects that can hopefully bring more value into Steem and more money into Steem. So here's what I want to say to all of that. I think a lot of the steps and developments, and I'm not saying this isn't going to work or have a positive impact on Steem or the price or anything like that. But what I am saying is I'm seeing certain routes taken that I think are a lot less efficient than maybe some that could be. And some good things that are coming out of Fork, like I discussed, the SPS project and the EIP project, but also the SMT project, right? Or at least the idea of it. Now, don't know exactly how they're going to put that together, but we're using versions of it now, the SCOT tokens, which allows community members to use the Steem blockchain, but form their own communities and solve their own problems outside of what the management of the Steem corporation can do. So I think that's very important because there's a lot of great ideas out there, and incentivizing these people to come up with the ideas to make this work makes a lot of sense. And it will bring value to the Steem blockchain. And that's why I really like this blockchain, as well as the interoperability of all these hundreds of dApps working together. But as our project is kind of part of this SMT umbrella, the Bitcoin MYK project, which if you watch the channel, you're quite familiar with right now. And if you're not, there will be a link in the description. Make sure you join. You get free tokens, get value from that. But we're making this very complicated, and part of our plan is to apply for the SPS project, which is Steem funding some projects to make the blockchain better. And I think it's a very simple approach to this that some people are kind of knocking at the door of, but they're just not quite getting there. And in our idea, what we need to do, phase one, is convince Bitcoin holders that it makes sense to use the Steem blockchain to transfer Bitcoin value. And so what we would like to do in our approach to this is, with funding, show Bitcoin holders we have a valuable token. Give the token to them free. Get them using the Steem blockchain, building up a network and value. We believe that will pay off to the Steem ecosystem, possibly even making Steem top 10 cryptocurrency, maybe even a top replacing Ripple XRP. This is very possible. And I have run theories and models about how this can work. Make sure you watch all our content, particularly pertaining to Bitcoin MYK. But you get all the Bitcoin holders, you give them the Bitcoin tokens free, our SMT tokens, based on the Steem blockchain, run on the Steem blockchain. Get them all using all the Bitcoin holders, because remember, they get the tokens free. So it's very easy to market to them, convince them to use the Steem blockchain. It's going to take money because we need to reach them, and it needs to be a valuable token there, so they're transferring for something of value. But it can work. Doing that will add tremendous value to the Steem blockchain, being able to use or move this Bitcoin value now transaction free, right? To us, is just no brainer. Phase 2 of that for the Bitcoin MYK project would be to then use some of that value to recruit the best cryptocurrency tubers, cryptocurrency influencers, social media stars of crypto history, get them on board here, get them promoting this project, offering them stake in this project. And we believe this is a simple, surefire way to solve a lot of problems in the Steem blockchain, as well as the unclaimed Bitcoin tokens. We plan to give to the general public as a universal basic income project. It is a huge topic now. It is a big topic now that is running in the U.S. elections. And there are going to be a lot of new people who are interested in using blockchain technology and UBI. All combined with this, we think we have a winning formula. So we invite you all to check that out. You can start to rack up these tokens now free over on the Steem Engine Exchange and on the Freedom Exchange. You can also get them free just by participating with our website, doing fun things, watching videos, playing games. So that's all I want to say in this video. It's going to be interesting to see how this pans out, guys. You know, after you've been through so many hard forks, you've kind of taken a neutral position with this. And hopefully everything will go fine. But definitely going to be taking a look at that Steem price as well. A lot of us want to see that go up in value. We know this is a good chain that's going to be around a long time. It's got all the right components. The first major social media successful cryptocurrency project that is not going away. Steem will be here for quite a long while. But we want to see Steem where we know it truly belongs. And that is right next to Bitcoin, right next to these top 10 cryptocurrencies. Steem deserves the place there. It is used more. It is of more value than these other cryptocurrency projects. And the proof is just in the pudding. But that's all I want to say in this video. Don't forget to join our project, BitcoinMYK.com. We will be around on the Steem blockchain after Hard Fork 21, building and adding value to the network. If you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, take care.